Greetings, YouTube. This is Fragments of Memory once again. I'm also known as the Armchair Philosopher. I want to talk to you about awkward questions and inappropriate sayings. I once I once dealt with a young lady, not in a relationship sense, but a young lady that superficially knows me, and she just got through with maternal leave, and she just came back from her maternal leave, and she's back at work now. And she happens to work at this grocery store that I frequently go to. And I saw her and we were chatting it up. And I said, I haven't seen you in a while. I thought you disappeared. She says, well, I just got off from maternal leave. And then somehow the subject came up and she said, and I said, somehow it came up about me and children. And I said, I don't have any children. And she goes, you don't have any children? I said, nope, I don't have any children whatsoever. And then she says, do you have a girlfriend? I'm like, no. And then she's like, why don't you have a girlfriend? And I said, why are you asking me that? And she says, I just want to know. That's not a just want to know question. I'm sorry. With all due respect, I don't know what planet many of these women are from, but that's not really a question you ask me. Unless you are A, trying to get with me, or B, you planning some malicious stuff. You don't ever ask me that question. Um, and I continued to say to her, I said, why do you want to know? And she's like, I just want to know. There must be a reason why you don't have one. So I flipped it and basically just got her a little frustrated. And she's like, ooh, I can't stand you. And I was like, deuces. I've had that situation happen with another young lady where she's like, she was seeing this guy and then she kind of turns the conversation over to me like, do you have do you have a girlfriend in your life? And I'm like, no, not seeing anybody, not talking to anybody. And she's like, oh, okay. And it was like I was this weird alien from another planet because I wasn't seeing anybody. Like somehow I was this horrible freakazoid of a man because I was single and not looking for anyone at this time. And I'm like, dang, can a brother just be by himself for a minute? I even had a woman, and she had the audacity to ask me this. And this was a coworker when I was working at a call center. And she says, I bet you're a virgin, aren't you? And I barely knew the woman, and she was making commentary on my sex life. And what was really twisted about this was if I had made any comment about her sexually, I would have been fired for sexual harassment and probably sued and probably couldn't get another job for 20 years. But this woman had the audacity to ask me that question. Didn't even know me, but spoke that question. And I'm like, so it's okay for her to say that, but it's wrong for me to say something to her in a sexual sense. So I felt like that's just an awkward question to ask somebody that you barely even know. And I'm like, what's with these women today? And again, I'm not generalizing, but what is with these females today that they feel they can just say certain things to you with impunity? Like, why you want to know my business? You're not trying to get with me. You're not trying to hook up with me. You're not trying to do anything with me. But you still want to be up in my business. Are you trying to like catalog me, classify me, find out my angle? I really don't appreciate that foolishness. Like, did your mother give you bad advice? Did your mother not train you correctly? So, and that's something I want to know. And you know what the killer part is? And I hate to stereotype, but no Caucasian woman has ever asked me that question. Well, no, the Caucasian ladies have asked me, "Do you have a girlfriend?" But I sense a more malicious intent when it comes to black females. And I'm sorry to say that, and I don't mean to just generalize, but in this case, it'd be many black women commenting on my sex life or trying to find out what's going on with me sexually. And I don't appreciate that. I'm like, really? And it's not because they're interested. It's like I sense some sort of malfeasance on their part. I've probably had maybe a few, maybe only one or two Caucasian ladies ask, "Do you have a girlfriend?" But usually it's the black woman that has to be like asking and that bold enough to just straight up talk to me, and I'll be like, "Did were you dropped down a flight of stairs when you were a baby? Did your father not hug you enough when you were a little girl? What is your problem?" But that's neither here nor there. I just had to get off my chest. This is more like a rant. This is more like a wow. I can't believe this crap. So that's just what's going through my mind right now. Like, who do you think you are? Well, that's my 2 cents on the subject. Take care, folks. Have a lovely day. Have a lovely night, and be easy like Sunday morning.